Oh, hey there, guys. So, guess what today is? It is announcement day for the 24-hour patrol kit contest, right? So, my son and I, we actually came out for part of the day today to do kind of a mini property patrol, and see a couple pictures of us, kind of starting to teach him on some techniques, which is good. Get the family involved. But anyways, this isn't about that. This is about the 24-hour patrol contest, and you fine gentlemen, old and young, who participated. It totally blew us away how many of you submitted videos for this contest. I mean, it was absolutely huge. Never expected over 20 submissions. That was just mind-blowing. Um, it was cool. I personally, to be honest with you guys, I only expected like 6, maybe 8 of you. That was it. That was really all that I expected. But you guys went above and beyond, and you guys came from all corners of the country. You guys, there were older guys like me, there were young guys. I think our youngest was maybe 6 or 8 years old. Him and his dad submitted one that was super cool. Dude was decked out in a Nerf gun and everything. It was freaking awesome. I loved seeing the kids involved in that either. So good job to you, Dad. That was awesome. We all 5 of us judges really appreciated that. Another contestant we had enter was a teenager. Actually, there were 2 teenagers who entered, and both teenagers just did absolutely awesome. Bravo to you guys. And you guys, I mean, these youth, these teenagers, they're definitely in the right direction and going places. In fact, that was one of the things, our one judge, PNW-BC, he, which I'll link down to his blog that he has so that you guys can check him out, because he is just a wealth of knowledge. His first comment when he watched the one teenager was that kid's going places. And that was, I mean, the kid was awesome. So I'll put up a picture here showing you some of the stuff that he put up. We're keeping his video private for privacy reasons, obviously, but we shared it amongst us judges so that we could see. But here's some, like I said, some stills of his video. And I mean, the kid's going places. So be on the lookout there. Another kid, the other teenager, which actually our good friend Wired Tight helped him with editing his video. It was a really short video, but his was all about utilizing kids for observation and reconnaissance purposes, and it was huge. Like literally, the kid taking a walk, and now I think I can put a picture of his up here. Literally, it's him out walking his dog in the field, and he just has like a kid's backpack on and a bottle of water and a notebook and a pair of binoculars, and the kid's out there to take notes. He's surveying his area to be able to bring that information back to the powers that be. So kudos on that kid too. And that's and the other thing too is that if anything, it should be a wake-up call, you guys, where don't trust the kids. If it's a grid down scenario, shit hit the fan, world without rule of law, think about that for a moment. Kids being sent out to gather information for intelligence purposes and reporting back. Not everyone is sweet and innocent, right? So keep that in mind. It's a learning lesson here as we went through all these videos. So I had to make notes for myself because this was hard. And when I say this was hard to run through all these with you guys. Now, I wrote them down, but I don't have my glasses on. I just have my safety glasses. So bear with me a moment here as we go through this, all right? So once again, I want to thank everybody who went through this. And, I mean, guys, I'll tell you what, the doing the property patrols, and I'll get into this in a moment, is huge. It's a big learning experience. So, whew. It's like 85 degrees and super humid. I mean, it is sticky humid today. Like I stink. I'm soaked. My My son went back to camp to go drink water. He's like, Dad, I'm done. I'm out. So I get it, right? So anyways, so the mission was, if you chose to accept it, was that you needed to put together a 24-hour patrol kit for running a recon of your property. So this wasn't like, hey, it's summertime, you're in this area, whatever. No, you were setting this up for your property, your area. So everybody's setups were different, which was awesome. Whether it's your mutual assistance group, bug out location, farm, etc., whatever it was, right? Urban, suburban, didn't matter, wherever you are. We're 3 months into a grid down scenario, conducting property patrols. Conducting property patrols will be vital in maintaining a security awareness of what may be happening on and around your property. Nobody can argue with that, right? There are 3 parts to this contest that need to be included in the video submission. Part 1 was the junk on the bunk gear review, right? Lay all your shit out and go through it. Explain everything to the audience, right? Everybody did that. So put together a 24-hour patrol kit for your area for this time of year. Conduct a junk on the bunk type layout of your gear and go over it on camera, explaining what you packed and why. Include what's on your person as well, right? So we did that. Part 2, present yourself ready to step off. This was put on your kit and present yourself ready to step off on your 24-hour patrol to a 360-degree view of you and your kit on, and confirm that nothing is loose or rattling, and show a functioning bolt on your firearm. So, this is what we were supposed to do, guys. To show your kit, do the 360-degree view. You'll notice I'm wearing a completely different kit than what I had on when I did mine. Show a functioning bolt, so we've got that, right? Done, and then jump test. All I can hear is water sloshing around. That's because I was drinking out of my hydration bladder, so we got some slosh there, so that's not good on me. All right, so we had to do that. Part 3 was demonstrate a fieldcraft skill. Choose and demonstrate a fieldcraft skill that you may have to use while conducting your patrol. This could have been anything. We had, it could be knot tying, fire making, stop, look, listen, smell, which a lot of you guys did that. And I didn't want everyone to do that, but a lot of you guys did that. But those of you who did do it, some of you did it really good. And some of the critiques from the judges, not so good. But we're all learning from this, right? This is part of the process. This is how we get better. Tough love. Your judges, they were myself, Modern Minuteman, Risky Krisky, our favorite, the man in the mask, or now he's maskless. He's a good-looking dude, I'd say. No homo there. Survivor Metal Man. We love Survivor Metal Man. One of the reasons I wanted Survivor Metal Man to be a judge in this contest is because that dude is the king of the property patrol videos. All of his videos have to do with property patrols. And then he chit-chats. I love it. Absolutely love it. One of my top 3 favorite YouTubers to watch, because I watch every single one of his videos. I love watching them. The property patrols are just awesome. I love you, dude. You're awesome. My buddy, The Final Appeal. The Final Appeal channel there. I'll put it down in the description as well. He and I go way, 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 way back from the old survivalist boards before it got gay, and before they sold out to the communists. We followed a large group where we created a new forum just for ourselves, and then he and I bonded through the years, and he's one of the original, I'll call him plank holders. He is one of the original patch guys from the Modern Minuteman. He was one of the people who got the very first one, so that's how solid of a dude he is. So check out his channel. Once again, like a younger brother to me. Love you, dude. And then last but not least, PNW-BC. We connected a few years ago. He is a Marine Corps veteran. He's a guy, he's been there, done that, guys. He a wealth of knowledge. He doesn't put his face out there, doesn't like putting his face out there. Totally respect that. He he has a blog, and once again, I'll put it up there, put it down in the description below. And he, another solid dude. He, tell you what, there's a guy who, like myself, and I think this is why he and I have, you know, kind of a bonded a bit. We love going out in the field and testing proofs of concept with gear. What works best? What isn't working? How does this work? Take this exact same loadout from, you know, this is literally the identical loadout in a chest rig and backpack as what I had in my Schmersh LBE when I did my video several weeks ago. Exact same. And it's a night and day difference in how it carries, believe me. Night and day difference, especially when it's 85 degrees and super humid. It's huge. So those were your judges, right? The way that we judged this was on 5 different criteria. I know this is getting long-winded, guys, but this is all worth it, believe me. The overall job, the whole package. Did you complete everything in the job? 360-degree view, bounce, and bolt test. That was another criteria, right? Fieldcraft skill. We wanted to see fieldcraft skills and how they were done. Did it appear as though it was book learned, or was it learned and perfected through time spent in the field? There was I tell you what, there was one gentleman who stood out, Chad Edgar. I will link his channel up there. That dude did so many fieldcraft skills in his video, and every single fieldcraft skill that he conducted it may have been book learned by him years and years ago, but he is so well practiced with those fieldcraft skills that it was effortless. It was smooth as butter. It was awesome to watch. And I'll be linking most of these videos are going to be in a playlist that I'll show at the end, okay? So fieldcraft skills. Kit squared away and familiar with it. One of the reasons why we have you going through your kits, especially junk on the bunk and putting it on a 360, and some of you guys did show to property patrol, which was super cool, by the way. I was hoping you guys would. It was not a requirement, but I did deep down inside, I wanted to see it, because this kit squared away familiarity with it. You can tell who has been using their kit and who has not been using their kit. And part of this contest was for guys to wake up to that fact of, hey, I'm putting all this together for this 24-hour patrol kit, which is, I mean, it's probably the most realistic kit setup you're going to have is a 24-hour patrol kit, right? You can tell who has been using their gear and who has it squared away and who's familiar with it all and who isn't, right? So I hope, and I think those of you guys who struggled a bit with this, I think you guys realized when you were done with your video, you were like, hey, Jay's fucking onto something here. There's a reason why he's always out in the field in his kit, because you're working out the kinks and getting familiar with it, right? Teamworthy. What was your teamworthiness? This was huge, and to be honest with you guys, all 22 or 23 of you, it's 22 or 23. We'd take all of you.
You're a good group of boys to die with, I'll tell you that much.
Right? If you guys all showed up at my place, you're in. All right? I mean, you guys, the effort is there, the attitude is there. It's a yearning for more info. It's all there. You're all team-worthy, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Some of you scored really high on team-worthiness, like really freaking high, like Special Forces A-team kind of stuff. All right, I'm almost to announcing the winners. We also looked for specific pieces of gear that we felt were must-haves for a 24-hour patrol scenario. So these are basics. It may not apply to everybody, and believe me, we took that into consideration in our notes. We were looking for a full loadout of mags, all right? 6 rifle mags, a 7th in the gun. So we were looking for that. We truly were. An IFAC with the tourniquet, right? So, you know, like here I have my... like I'm freaking grabbing myself, but there's my IFAC with tourniquet on it, right? So we were looking for that. Poncho, tarp, and e-bivvy, or e-bivvy, one of the 3. We were looking for some sort of shelter or weather protection. We were looking for fire making purposes. I know everyone's like, oh no, we're not cooking on a patrol. but there's many other reasons to be able to have the ability to make fire and make it quick. So we were looking for fire. I mean, it could be a matter of life saving, signaling, burning somebody out of someplace. I mean, I'm not suggesting you go do that. Believe me, this is me telling you not to do that. But it may be, it's something that you may need to do. So all of that stuff. Water. You need not just you need to be carrying water on you. Like here, I have one canteen and I have 3 liters of water in the pack and a bladder, so I have a total of 4 liters today. I've gone through half of it already. But you need to be able to procure water, some sort of a filter, iodine, whatever it is. Comms, you need to have some sort of communication ability. It could have been your cell phone. It could have been a radio, as we have here. You need some sort of communication method, right? Fire could be a communication method. Smoke could be a communication method. Spare batteries. We wanted to make sure that if you had anything that was electronic, that you had spare batteries or a means to charge that item. Socks. We needed to see a spare pair of socks. My feet are wet from sweat today. Food. We needed to see some sort of food. A multi-tool. Cordage. Navigation. Red light or night vision. We wanted to see one or the other. There were a few of you guys who straight up, you were like, I don't have night vision. I have a red light. Boom. Good. You done, right? Think Modern Frontiersmen, you were one of the guys who you were straight up like, you were like, I don't got nods, but I got a red light, so good to go. Gloves and iPro, right? Those were key things we were looking for, all right? And that was common amongst the top group of guys. That complete list of items was common amongst everybody, right? Before I announce the winners, I need to thank a few people. Number one, obviously, our judges. Risky, PNW-BC, The Final Appeal, Survivor Middleman. Guys, I love you. Thank you. I enjoy our conversations almost on a daily basis. I really do. You guys don't realize, like, it was 360 some hours of video. And these guys watched every single minute of it. So definitely, you know, kudos to you guys. That's, I mean, rock on. That's, I understand the dudes who helped Brent 0331 on his contest. I feel you guys. I truly do. So also for our prizes, right? I want to thank Mike at AT Armor. He was extremely generous of providing a gift package of a HSGI blowout pouch, a HSGI taco pouch, and some swag. So that was greatly appreciated. Jack Morris from the Professional Citizen. I'm enjoying our chats together, man. I truly am. Great things in the works. I love it. He donated a book, the Professional Citizen, the Volume 1. Donated that as part of that prize package with AT Armor. And Teaglach Firearms, my buddy Josh, we met him like The Final Appeal. We go way back. And once again, and it literally an original patch wearer for the Modern Minuteman. And he, Army veteran, solid dude, awesome success story with him. He has his own gun shop in Oklahoma, Teaglach Firearms, you know, links, you know the deal. He donated, because that dude is doing such an awesome job. Him and his boy, he did a batch of Modern Minuteman laser engraved AR magazines, and within his logo on the other side. So this is there's literally 4 of these in existence. I get to keep the Blem one, and our one of our 2 winners gets the other 3. So that is super cool as well, right? So I think that's super cool that he offered to do that. I reached out to him, texted him, and was like, hey, what do you think, Josh? And he was like, absolutely, let's do it. So just good people. And that's part of this whole Modern Minuteman movement, guys, is networking. I've been at this for a long time, and the contacts you meet with people in the industry, Nurture them. These are good people. And you never know when you develop these real relationships where you've met these people. Maybe you've been shooting with them, camping with them. You've gone out and had a beer with them. You've horse traded stuff. You've talked on the phone. These are good dudes. They are, and networking is all part of this, right? I know there's so many places I can go to in this country, and I know I would have a warm bed and a meal and a few bucks and a tank of gas and a little bit of ammo waiting for me if I gave them a heads up that I was coming, or if my spouse or my kids were coming. I know that I can trust these people to take care of them. So this is huge. So first, I want to start with honorable mentions, all right? So there were honorable mentions were Modern Frontiersmen. The big thing with Modern Frontiersmen was just that pure grunt perspective. Marine Corps veteran, that pure perspective of the literally down and dirty, and his video showed that. As I mentioned these, I'll put a blip up, and like I said, all the links are going to be below. Just a pure literally down and dirty perspective, guys. To like literally, what does it take to complete the mission? Consider it completed. That's, straight up. You're an awesome dude. You're awesome dude. Practicing purposeful. That was our teenager who submitted, one of our teenagers who submitted one. His skill was a tarp shelter or an observation post. He's too young to have a firearm, so the dude did it with a pellet rifle. Like, literally, guys, he did it with a pellet rifle. Like, is that not freaking awesome? Yeah. His junk on the bunk was cool. You can definitely tell who he's influenced by. That was super sweet. But that's the kid who, like PNW-BC said, he's going places. Dude is going places. So right on. Prepared snipe. We had a lot of conversations about prepared snipe. Another military veteran. His was from a suburban perspective of a neighborhood watch. And it was, and you'll get, once again, the link for his video, you guys will see it. His was very forward thinking for the neighborhood watch. Like, his salute report was based off of somebody looking out their window at a group of, questionables in the streets of, like, it literally an HOA. That was cool. There was some forward thinking there. And his was the one that made sense because he had a plate carrier, he had a helmet, night vision, he had a sidearm, and his made sense from that perspective. He also, and this stood out to all of us, and this is that forward thinking, guys, stuff that we don't think about. Dude had a flare gun in his pants pocket for being able to light up the neighborhood street, right? Is that not forward thinking? That was cool. We all picked up on that, and we were like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it really does. So, awesome job, Prepared Snipe. Mandalorian Minuteman. This was a cool one, all right? So he was one of 3 that tied for 3rd place, all right? I know there wasn't a 3rd place prize, but 3 of these guys tied for 3rd place. Mandalorian Minuteman. He was squared away. You can tell that he regularly does this in the field. That stood out to us. That counted really, really high. Plus, he had a kick-ass freaking helmet, and there's a reason he calls himself the Mandalorian Minuteman, and you'll see it. The Tactical Pioneer. This is my new favorite YouTuber right now, is Tactical Pioneer. He is an airborne veteran. Dude's got his stuff squared away. He really, really does. We all enjoyed his video, and I think this was the kick in the pants he needed to start focusing on doing content, because his content is awesome. And once he gets it polished, he's going to be a go-to guy for you guys who are learning and that are new in this, for you to watch. He really is. So Tactical Pioneer, thank you very much. And to let you guys know, these 3 guys who finished in 3rd place, these guys, they literally, there was only like, I mean, these 3 guys were all tied, but they were only 1 or 2 points out of 50 away from the two winners. I mean, that's how close this was with these guys. So Tactical Pioneer, our 3rd place, and this was tight. Once again, Protect and Persevere. I love this dude. He and I participated in the in Brent 0331's contest, and dude is awesome. And the thing I like about him is he's learning like I am, learning by doing, and I really appreciate that, and I recognize that because I know how much work it takes not being a veteran, somebody who is 100% civilian, who is literally learning this as I go, right? So I appreciate this guy. I truly do, dude. It was awesome. The favorite part for me for yours was up here, this spot where you were bumped up against a tree observing, and you had your camo net draped over your head with your monocular underneath it, and you couldn't tell you were there. I thought if you didn't know you were there, you wouldn't have known you were there. That scene really spoke volumes to me. I thought that was cool from an observation point of view. Our runner-up. Now, guys, our runner-up and our winner, there was literally 1 point difference between these 2 guys. Literally, one point. That was it. And our runner-up is Chad Edgar. Chad, I found out, doesn't live too far away from me. So I'm going to be hand-delivering his prize here in a couple of weeks. We've been comparing some notes, and we're really close to each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see future content from the 2 of us combined, maybe even out here or out his way. But Chad spoke to my heart he really did this a way that I appreciated. He wasn't in full military garb. It was very everyday kind of setup. He rocked an AK. He rocked a similar setup to what I'm wearing today. His skill presentation was just top notch. And he did, I don't know if he'll say he did it or not, but I think he actually went out and did a full 24-hour patrol. Dude's was top notch, and he literally filmed his whole thing. It was cool. It was very, very cool. So Chad, I love you, dude. That was just freaking awesome. And I think Chad is the guy who won Brent 0331's contest. So kudos to you, dude. That was, like I said, I have, and I'm going to be hand delivering his prize. And then our winner of the contest was actually the very first submission we received for this, and that was Roman 6 Alpha. He and I chit-chatted a lot during this, and he's another guy who you're going to see more from him from a content creation standpoint. Lots to share. Another military veteran. His junk on the bunk was extremely professional. His patrol footage was really, really good. If anything, the only thing we marked off for you, Roman, was when you did your 360, you made a mistake that I made during when I did my one mission video. Your face was awesome camouflage, but as soon as you turned around, your neck was bright and shiny because you had no camo on it. I think that was the only point you even had taken off, dude. But it stood out like you literally turned around and we were all like, oh, he forgot his neck. No. But that's a lesson learned. I've done it. Holy shit. Like I did it. Like I said, it was like 2 or 3 months ago. And it was PNW-BC who razzed me about it. He's like, Jay, you missed your neck. I'm like, oh shit. It was because my hat was flipped up. My boonie was flipped up in the back and totally showed my neck. So shit happens, right? But that's why we do this, because this is how we learn, guys. So Roman 6 Alpha decided to He got first pick on prizes, so he chose the AT Armor and Professional Citizen book. Okay, so those are, I think, Mike and Jack texted me this morning, and I think one of the two is shipped already. It's already sent out, so be on the lookout for that. Like I told you in my message to you, you'll be getting 2 separate packages, okay? Because it's 2 different things. And then Chad, because he finished as the runner-up, he got second pick. He chose the logoed AR magazines. So, like I said, he lives by me. So, I'm going to be hand delivering those to him. So that is our contest. Congratulations. First off, congratulations to all of you. That was, I think for some of you, it was a leap of faith. A lot of you had never done videos before, especially of yourself. And you were really, like, you're putting yourself out there. You really are, right? So kudos to you guys. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Be on the lookout for another similar contest in fall sometime, October, November-ish. We're going to build upon this contest for another one. So be on the lookout for that. But guys, thank you so much for all of your support through the years. 6,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 6,300 right now. And I know, like, Alpha Charlie Concepts, he had a video the other day about not keeping track of subscriber counts, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. But to me, it's cool because it shows me how many people are following the journey, like are following along. And I think it's cool because it's all about just documenting my process and my journey through it. So it's I don't know, it's kind of cool, right? So anyways, guys, thanks, appreciate y'all. And you guys keep getting out there, keep doing this, because I think this was a wake-up call for some folks where they were like, hey, yeah, I need to do this, I need to start doing this more. So thank you everybody involved. It was awesome. So that's it, I'm running back to camp. So anyways, you guys be good, and we'll touch base soon. Thanks again. Bye.